Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for March 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, you know that I'm going to use my Radley Valentine decks. The decks that are calling to me today are my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main message. I'm going to actually use all of them today. I will pull one from my Angel Tarot cards. I will also pull one from my Guardian Angel cards. After that, I will pull one from my Emily Anderson crystal deck to see what might help us a little bit to get through these times. Now, this is the introduction, so remember, I will put the timestamp, and you press on that, I think, and it takes you right to where it needs to be. Hopefully, I will put the timestamp in the in the description so you can bypass the introduction. Okay. I hope you watch it at least once, though. Now, for the introduction, universal energies, I am going to use my Waite Rider Tarot, and we'll pull one, maybe more, from my Osha Zen Tarot cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Talk a little bit about the energies, what's going on for here. Now remember, all the planets are going direct, but they get close to each other. So they're like, think of it as they're like gossipy old men and women. They're just like telling everything what's good and what's bad about the world. Now, on the 27th, Mercury will be leaving Pisces, where it's been kind of lulled a little bit. It'll be leaving Pisces and entering Aries, and I think it was around 2 something Eastern time. So that, so it is moving into Aries. Now, Mercury basically took a little bit of a rest with, being in Pisces, was kind of like, okay, let's go with that flow. Let's see what happens. Mercury's expectations, these are my feelings, my gut feelings. Mercury's expectations were not met. So it is entering into Aries with a vengeance, with a force. And it's got a lot of stuff to talk about. It really wants to get whatever Mercury's message is, whatever Mercury feels the message needs to be, it wants to put it out there. Now, Aries is about, it's the first sign of the astrological year, and it is about self. It is about I. But it's not necessarily something that is really, it's not, you don't have to say that it's very self-centered or self-absorbed. Sometimes it can be, but a lot of times you have to remember that you have to take care of yourself in order to take care of others. So Mercury, that 20, what did I say that it was going on to again? I passed that up. On the 27th, Mercury entering Aries, it's going to be really, what matters to you? I shouldn't say you, what matters to the universe? What matters to Mercury? Okay? And expect it to be a little bit on that forceful side. It will be there for a week or two. Let's see, when does it change again? Mercury will then go to Taurus on the 18th. So it will be there for a few weeks. Now, the other thing that we want to know is the new moon in Aries. And this is what really starts the astrological season. It will be on the April 1st. Again, I think that was like 2:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is what really starts Aries. So we've had a little preliminary. We've had a little bit of Aries energy, getting us motivated, having us do things that we have to do to get ready. The new moon, remember, full moon to new moon, waning, get rid of stuff, new moon to full moon, waxing, take things in, build on things. But the new moon is really going to be more of the push. Now, I think it's interesting that it's on April 1st, which is April Fool's Day. Who's to say what that all means? But I did kind of get that has kind of a trickster type of energy. We will see. We will see what it is. But new moon is a good time for you to start something wonderful, start something big, something that concerns you. And that, of course, that could be a business or any of those relationships I always talk about. Something that concerns you. Maybe, could be a diet program, but it could also be something that really very motivating energy here with that new moon. But again, with Mercury, forceful, getting that message out, a lot, very blunt. New moon, though, again, on the 1st of April, trickster energy. Now, more because of the people that know April 1st as April Fool's Day, but being a fool is okay because it means you have a belief in something more than you. Okay, let's see what we have here. Remember, I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. Like I said, I pray, meditate, and infuse the cards with Reiki energy. But I open myself to higher power, and I ask that message to come through and, and try to step out of its way. Okay, let's see what we have for March 28th through the 31st. First card is, we have that moon energy. So that is the 18. So remember that the cards all have energies. We basically go with our fire, which we're in now, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, passionate, burning, determined. We then have our earth energy, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Very solid, tangible energy, money, job, career. Home, your actual building, your home. Then we go to our air energy, which is swords energy. It is our Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. There is some stuff going on. Not quite this week. I was a little mistaken. It's more in April when Venus does some stuff with Aquarius. But it is making plans, thinking things through, hearing news. And then we come to water energy, cup energy, which is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And it's very fluid, very emotional energy. So now we have the moon. So is this telling us something is going to be going on around that full moon? Around that new moon. I'm kind of looking at the, I don't know if you want to say that these are dogs or wolves or feral animals. I'm kind of looking at the animals, barking at it or looking at it or just, and I'm looking at this moon. And, it always is interesting when you look at the cards, they always have a new meaning. And there's a very stern energy around this. So I don't know if we're going to have some stern energy leading up to that new moon. And that could be okay. That could be okay because then the new moon comes and then that clears away a lot of this energy. But there's this, this new moon, new moon, very stern, there's this, it's in front of the sun, it's kind of eclipsey, but just very new moon, and there's it's affecting a lot of the animalistic tendencies. Not quite sure what that's all about. The moon does have hidden energies, things going on behind the scenes, things that we don't necessarily have to see. So with this, with Mercury on the 27th, because that's going to be, right before this, that's going to be that Sunday, we could expect a little, like I said, as we lead up to that new moon, there could be some, really, I don't know, is it harsh? Is it stern? It just, for looking at the moon this time around, or whatever this face is in, this does not look happy. It does not look happy. And, I don't normally get that energies from these. Your next card is, okay, that is reversed. Remember, reversed cards have a little more meaning to them. So now we have a 4. Okay, we'll have an 18, 1, new beginnings, a 10, transition, 8, unlimited opportunities, okay? Now you add the 1 plus 8 together, it becomes a 9. We're going back to this card. 9, let's wrap it up. Things are done. And this could be, again, as the the moon wanes, wrap it up. Things are done. Now we go to 4. 4 has a organization, some stability, also some leadership energy to it. This is the 4 of Swords, like I said, air energy. This is, I'm kind of, again, these cards are looking at this a little bit differently. We have this stained glass over here. We have this person that's basically kind of, is on their knees. And then we have, it looks like a very feminine energy. It could be the Empress, who is, I look at it, the Empress as the feminine divine, okay? Now, and there, this is kind of, it's supplication. It's asking for things. Now, the four of Swords, though, has this resting. A lot of times this is rest. Take it easy a little bit. Meditate. Connect with higher power energy, which is always, the tarot is extremely spiritual energy. So this is, it's always running through, connect with your higher power. But now with this, it's kind of like we have these 3 swords that are just hanging there. And I kind of get this like, it's kind of like, is it ready to drop? Are things ready to drop? But this person is at peace. And at the same time, has a sword hidden, has a sword ready. So I'm getting this, ready to drop, sword, but the sword is ready. Okay? But pray, be at peace, rest, let the, kind of see where things are going. Now let's go on here. Celebration. I love this. I love the Three of Cups. These are my I call them my crazy ladies. So whatever's happening, it has to happen in order to bring about something better for us. Cups are our water energy. It is our, like I said, our Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, fluid and emotional energy. 3 has a lot of power to it. You do something 3 times, you do something 3 times, say something 3 times. It's also about celebration and creativity. So whatever this is, whatever's happening, it is something that's supposed to be happening. It is something that will, again, these cards are kind of popping in the different areas. It does bring about a harvest. I'm kind of getting like the harvest is ready to, I'm kind of getting a pumpkin type of energy here. And, maybe if you're in the southern hemisphere, in the northern hemisphere, pumpkins basically are with the fall. There's a completion energy with this, but they're celebrating. They're saying all is well, all is good. Okay, now, so yeah, what do we have here? I don't know. I kind of feel like these two could be leading up to the moon. I mean, to that new moon. Chill out a little bit. This person, this person might have some danger, it might be facing some danger energy here, but if you really look, the person's face is at peace. So whatever the danger is, it's not going to affect him. And then we have our ladies, the Three of Cups, celebrating the outcome. So let's see what this is all about here. Yeah, that moon's sternness is kind of in the feral animals. But remember, I'm always saying, I do believe in soul contracts, that we come down knowing what we're going to be doing, even though it kind of goes out of our mind. We lose the memory of that. We were meant for this time. We are all light workers. That's why we are joined together here. And, just to encourage each other and keep us on track. And our light needs to shine brightly because there's a lot of darkness out there that we counter. Okay, so this is going to be one of those. Oh my goodness, and there we go. That one flipped over. So remember I was talking about the Fool. Basically have faith, the Fool. Here, let's take a look at this again. This is Osha Zen Tarot. One card came out. It is 0. 0 is God and source energy. This is called the Fool. The Fool has faith. Again, we have the moon up there. So have faith. The Fool, basically jumping off the cliff. I shouldn't say jumping, stepping off the cliff, stepping into the unknown, but yet at the same time has faith. And this is the beginning of a new journey, a beginning of a new path. So something's going on. I don't know that, is this for the universe? Is this for somebody personal? I don't really know per se, but it does feel like there's something that, maybe leading up to that new moon, that there's something that's just really kind of, I kind of get a judgy type of energy with this moon here. And the feral dogs, the weird, isn't a lobster? That's a lobster, right? So a lobster, isn't that kind of one of the bottom feeders also? So it's kind of, there's some judgy energy here. Be at peace, be at rest, even though things might look bad. Things aren't as bad as they seem. Or they might be as bad as they seem, but they're not necessarily going to be affecting you as badly as you believed. There is a lot of rejoicing and celebration. So that would be a lovely energy to have. That would be a lovely energy. And then we have the Fool. We have the Fool. And the Fool is looking up to the heavens, looking up to the universe. So we've got really interesting stuff going on. I do want you to watch out for, well, not watch out, be aware of Mercury in Aries, because there's going to be, Mercury's been holding back while it's been in Pisces, hanging out with Jupiter. And remember, Mercury and Jupiter, they're not necessarily the best of friends. So just saying. So there was a little bit of animosity there, but Neptune, Mercury, and Jupiter, it was kind of a la-la type of land. And now Mercury's stepping out into Aries and basically saying, expect things to get real, okay? The communication, Mercury over communication, electronics. There's a lot of, I feel a lot of karma also with Mercury, okay? especially when it goes retro, which it isn't going to do for a little bit of time. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you're interpreting this. It's just that they were really popping at me with a little bit of difference here. So take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. Remember, you need to do that to keep me on the air, and I really appreciate you doing that. So thank you so much. Now, why don't we start our readings? Hello, my Geminis, and how are you doing, my darlings? Well, let's see what we've got for you. Kind of look at things a little bit differently. I want you to not necessarily be so focused on the right and wrong, but I want you to look at it, I want you to look at things for those hidden meanings. I don't know what this is all meaning, but the hidden meanings. You want to look for the hidden meanings of things. I don't know. Don't look at it so boldly or baldly. It's just really there's things underneath the surface that need to come out. I don't know what to tell you, my Geminis. Figure it out. Here we go. Let's see what we've got here. But I feel like there's secret hidden messages, secret hidden things that are being revealed to you, and you need to, again, I kind of like you need to figure it out. It's important. It's irritating to me because I can't figure it out. But my Geminis, let me know what it is, okay? Whoever that resonates for. These two are reversed. First card is the Six of Gabriel. So 6 is the number of man, very powerful energy that you put into something. Gabriel is our fire energy. It's our Leo, Sagittarius, but it's also our Aries energy. Aries new moon coming right around the corner. The 6 of Gabriel is victory, is acknowledgement, is something coming back to you, something you might have lost. I kind of feel like it was you put yourself in, way back, you might have put yourself in a situation just out of your courageousness, out of your sense of righteousness. It kind of like backfired on you, and now things are turning around, and actually people are like, oh, didn't you say this was going to happen? Now, yeah, you had to go through some pain. You had to go through some stretching. I feel like there's some very strong validation happening for you for this week. And it's something that you stood up. What is the old saying? You better stand for something or you'll fall for anything. And my Geminis, I feel like there was something you stood for, and you thought you had the support, and then everybody kind of like let you take the heat. Validation. Validation is coming. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships, or promotions. And while it's nice to be proven right, I don't feel like you need the, I kind of feel like it showed you who your friends were and who weren't your friends, who stood with you and who wasn't going to stand with you. Next card, up. Well, here we have that new beginnings, 2, 0, 2 choices, decisions coming together. 0, God source energy. This is Archangel Jeremiah. This is also the Judgment card. This is where you have to look at things you have to look at things closer than maybe what you've done. You have to face some realities. Again, kind of going back to what I was talking about. Look underneath. Look at the hidden messages. Look at the hidden meanings. But also, whatever it was, the people that didn't necessarily support you, this is time for you to really look at this and figure out a next step. So there is a judgment, I talk about that moon, kind of felt a little judgy with that moon, which is not bad. It is not bad. But for you, this is all about really take a strong look. So there's validation, but again, it's like you have to uncover. It's you uncovering stuff. What is the stuff? I don't know. But it's reviewing, it's evaluating, and then it's moving on. It's saying, you're not coming with me anymore on my journey, or you are coming with me. So there's something going on. Again, the people that stood with you, the people that didn't, looking at them very closely and carefully, identifying that. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. Remember, forgiveness is what frees you. It's what frees you. Don't worry about them. You be free. Next card is the 5 of Michael. Okay, so 5, change energy. So you have a 6205 or a 625. Change energy, positive, negative. Michael, air energy, your energy, Libra. Also Aquarius energy, thought processes, making your plans. And the Five of Michael is just basically saying, this isn't working for you anymore. Time to cut bait and leave. Fishing term. I don't fish. Anyway, this is time, again, there's some changes happening. There's validation, but at the same time, it frees you. It frees you. It tells you to move on. Now, the Five of Swords, very similar to the Five of Michael, is that sneaky snake. You got to kind of watch out because that person is, and this doesn't have that same energy, but it does relate back to that Five of Swords, and that person basically does what, was doing basically what was right for that person, okay? Right for him, right for her. So you have to be careful, watch out for that energy, but it does not mean that you should not be doing what's right for you. This situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So there's some major validation, major looking underneath the surface to find out the hidden messages, but there's also this really big switch over that actually gives you, it actually can open some doors to a new life for you. So next week's pretty big. Or this week, the 28th through the 31st, strong stuff, strong energies. For my Geminis, here we go. Let's see. Archangel, I'm being called, this is one that's really being called to me. Okay, here we are. Queen of Earth. Queen's underlying energy, water. Earth energy is Taurus. It's Virgo, Capricorn, money, job, career, home. This is the Queen of Earth. Provides, is provision. Provides a beautiful place, a good place, a secure place. Now, I don't necessarily know if this is your energy or if this is an energy that you come into, that you actually meet up with. It could also be feminine divine energy happening. But there is a lot of provision happening with this. Yeah, but it could, like I said, it could be yours. It could be a connection for you. Or it could be the feminine divine coming to work more on the earth plane. Okay? Thoughtful, creative, warm, sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Let's see. Let's go on. Something about that Queen of Earth, but I can't quite touch it just yet. That Queen of Earth. There's a lot of, your thoughts, all of that good stuff going on, the new beginnings, Archangel, and then we come to the Queen of Earth. It could be you actually stepping up and creating your own, what would that be? Your own spot in the world. So, as you switch over, as you start a new life, you actually, come to a point, whether you be male or female, that you actually, you create your own spot. You create your own, I don't want to say path, your own, your own spot. We'll go with that for right now. Anyway, let's see what the guardian angels have to say. One card, reversed. Four of action, that is four of fire, for stability, leadership, also organization. This has your hard work and sincere efforts lead you to a sense of safety, and that could be what this is all about, the Queen of Earth. Safety, contentment, and financial security. You deserve to take a break and enjoy the magnificent life you've created. It may be time to celebrate a wonderful event such as an engagement, a wedding, buying a new home, or the birth of a child. So there's a lot of validation with this, but with that validation, I think it frees you to start your own, start that new journey, that new, new life for you. There's a lot of, because what's going on doesn't serve you. And again, too, this is, I do feel that divine feminine present, though. So this could be you connecting with the divine presence, the divine feminine presence. Okay, and creating the, lead you to a sense of safety and security, which is okay because it puts you in a place where you can, okay, card coming over here now. That one just flipped by when I was changing these. Guardian of emotion is the King of Cups. The situation does require emotional maturity and total trust. You're surrounded by those who have only the best intentions, so you can rely on the advice you're given. Challenges will be resolved. This card also indicates a generous humanitarian and refined person whom you can completely depend on. This could be a reference to those characteristics within yourself. So it does, whatever's going on, you do learn from it, and you have grown from it. Okay, let's see what crystal or energy for my Geminis. Golden Topaz. All about faith, wise action, perseverance, confidence. Quite a pretty stone. Quite a pretty stone. Like I said, there's a lot of validation. There's a lot of victory that comes. There's a lot of, this new path, this new life. Okay. Interesting energies for my Geminis. I think this is a time to embrace it. All right, my Geminis now, remember, please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. As always, my Geminis, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.